YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today we're doing a makeup challenge with a very special guest. Check it out. Drum roll please. Everyone asked, what does your mom look like? And if you watch my other videos, you know that she did my braid for me on one of the other videos, so don't forget to check that one out. Well, I want to introduce you to my mama. Say hello. She's so excited about doing this. Well, my mom's been a cosmetologist for almost 50 years now.
I'm a year and 2 months short of 50 years.
Long time in the industry. She never let me leave the house without a perfect hairdo and a matching outfit and matching ribbons and bows and scrunchies and all of the above. So I thought today would be a really fun opportunity for us to do a mother-daughter makeup lesson for women. I am 40, my mom is almost 70, so hey, we look pretty good, right, for our age, you know, almost 70.
Do I look younger?
She looks way younger than I do. What is your skincare routine, Mom?
I wash my face with the bar soap.
That's all she uses. She's never really been into moisturizers or anything. She could use some moisture. Here, we all can. Trust me,
That's
I can
what happens
too.
when you use Irish Spring. It's a little bit hard.
Dry, a little drying, so probably just scratch. Although, I don't know. I mean, everyone's skin is different. But for somebody who's never used any kind of products, I mean, we both use Clinique. We both don't really use much besides a moisturizer. Did you moisturize your face yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay, why don't we moisturize first? So I already put my foundation on. She does not use foundation, she just uses powder. And you are a big fan of Clinique powder.
The reason I use Clinique is because it's very lightweight, especially in the summertime. Little dab will do you.
Little dab will do you. Little dab will do you.
Little dab will do you.
I'm teaching her how to use concealer. She never used concealer.
Really?
I really wanted her to get into a nice moisturizing concealer. I love Shape Tape, and I keep going back to it even though I did kind of get into this Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. My mom is in vanilla with the Super Coverage Concealer. I actually went back to Golden Beige. When I do a super glam look, I like my shirt. Do you even know what shirt is? Right, it's pretty gross, so we just won't even get into it. But my Tarte, I was combining Shape Tape.
Was that a joke?
Not really a joke, but I mistaked it for... The name is Tarte, but it's called Shape Tape, so I called it Shart on accident, because no, it's a joke and it would have been funny, but never mind. So, my mom dances for a senior NBA dance team for the Sacramento Kings. If you watch my other videos, you know my background. I used to be a Sacramento Kings dancer for 3 seasons, and now my mom is a senior NBA dancer, and I am her coach. I was telling her that when we're out there in front of 17,000 people and you have all those lights on you in the center court, we just need to make sure she has some makeup on. Because she uses powder, we definitely have to use the concealer first. Did you know that, Mom?
No.
She never used concealer, so she's not aware of that. I did have her invest in a beauty blender like sponge. This is actually the Real Technique sponge.
She told me I had to wet this thing.
Yeah, you have to make sure to wet the sponge before you use it. It cannot be dry. You have to wet it. Unless you use the brand new Stands Out Beauty Sponge, where you do not have to wet it.
What's the price difference?
It's...
Because I'm cheap.
Okay. Well, the Stands Out Beauty Sponge is $20. This is only $5.99, so...
Let's go with this, folks.
She will spend any amount on her grandchildren and her kids, but she will not spend it on herself. She is very frugal when it comes to makeup, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that don't want to spend an outrageous amount on all these high-end cosmetics. I'm different. I like both. You know, I like to have a dupe. So the Beauty Blender and the Stands Out Beauty Sponge run around $20. Beauty Blender is the original beauty sponge before all these other companies came out and kind of mimicked them. But you don't want to spend $20. You have the $5.99. Real Techniques is an amazing brand for, I mean, I have their brushes too. I think it is an amazing, affordable brand that you can use the Ulta coupons on and really get a good deal or get them on Amazon. So I will link this at the bottom of the description box, but I do really love this Real Technique sponge, so I had her invest in that one. You can also go with the Morphe sponge, the contour sponge, where it looks almost exactly the same. I do like that the Morphe for people who bake and really...
Bake?
I'll show you in a second. And contour, I think the Morphe one is better because it has that flat edge that you can really get into that area, where this one is nice, but you really can't create that look. My mom is not going to bake. You're never going to bake.
I'm a cake decorator, not a baker.
Oh, yeah. It's completely different from a cake decorator. So we're going to use the Giorgio Armani and just kind of dab it underneath the eye area. No, don't use your nail. Oh,
my nail.
oh, okay. Just use your ring finger and go like this. There, just like that. This is really going to help to give you a better foundation to put the concealer on.
Oh, I am wrinkly.
Don't look in the magnifying mirrors either, because they're dangerous.
Now, I was told I use my finger, Missy. Why I was taught in cosmetology, if you use the balls of your fingers, it's warmth, and it makes it glide easier.
And that's absolutely true. And I want to definitely say that. The only reason why I say not to apply like your foundations and stuff, which some foundations do apply better, sometimes with your hands, but a lot of us have sensitive skin. And no matter how clean our hands are, it's just not sanitary. You're going to have...
Wash them in Clorox.
My mom and her obsession with Clorox is a whole nother video. But there are products out there now that are really good when you don't need to use your hands. Okay. There are certain things that do really well with using your hands, and that's moisturizers like eye creams and stuff like that. Sometimes with concealers, you could just, oh boy, you could just go in there, kind of pat it in at first, and then go in with the Beauty Blender and smooth it out. Or glitters, like if you want to use a glittered shadow, sometimes it's better, the pigment comes out better when you just dab it in your eyelid. That's the only time I recommend
people can't use glitter. We have too many wrinkles. They get into
Actually, that is kind of true. So you really kind of want to be careful with that. We're both going to conceal. You're going to take out this Diamond Dough applicator, which I love. It has a
There's
nice
a flat side.
Yes,
Look.
and that's the flat. The flat side is what you want to use when you apply this. Okay, so here we go. Let's go in for
There's
it.
a lot of it on there.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
And then you're just going to take the concealer, and you're just gonna go right here and right there, and you could just stop right there because the Beauty Blender is gonna blend it out, and then just kind of fill it in.
Like a triangle.
Like a triangle, yeah.
Towards
You're gonna
your-
go towards your
the
nose,
corner of your eye.
towards the corner of your eye.
Like that?
That's exactly it.
And then what
And then
I do?
fill it in. Here.
Wait, I want to do it.
Walk away from there, okay?
A lot of stuff going on, girl.
I know. So it's not an easy process. It's not easy to do.
Look at the wrinkles, and you don't have wrinkles.
I do. Put it back in there.
Okay.
We're gonna do one side at a time. Take your blender, point it side up. Take your spray. She's gonna use the Urban Decay because I ran out of MAC Fix Plus, and just spray the tip. I'm using the Tatcha Dewy spray. I
Okay.
love the Tatcha Dewy spray. It's my favorite. Let me show you what the Tatcha looks like. That's the Urban Decay one. You don't have to show them. I'll show them.
I'm in this too.
Oh, okay. So, oh my goodness. So you're going to take it and you're just going to blend it out like that. Just blend it out.
If I hold my head down, I see the wrinkles. If I hold it up,
Oh,
I don't
there
see
you go.
wrinkles.
She's figuring it out.
I have a mask on.
You just want to go for a natural look, right? Here, let me help you out here. Right, so.
Maybe I put too much.
You might put a little too much. Oh my god. Whoa.
Yeah, we don't want to do
Alright.
anything to scare
Look
your
at
children.
me.
That's the last thing we want to do.
Just all
We don't want to scare
blending.
anybody.
So do it yourself now.
Oh, looks better.
Yeah. The key to blending out is
Keep hitting it.
you just keep, yeah, just keep hitting it.
Pounce.
Never thought I'd have this conversation with my mom, but yes, you're gonna keep hitting it
Oh,
and
look at
pouncing
that.
it.
Left. Not bad.
And remember, she's gonna put powder on over that, and we're gonna bake it later. We
We'll
have
see
to
about
get her to
that.
start using some more eye creams, but that's okay. I'll work on her on that. The more you pounce, I mean, sometimes it can take up to 15 minutes to really blend it out and make sure that There's no creasing.
I can go to the bathroom and come back.
I know that a lot of people just don't have time for that and they don't want to sit there and do it, but if you want your concealer to look good, allow yourself some time. And the less you put on, the less you're going to have to blend out. So that's another key to that.
Is it one time wet, or do you have to keep wetting it?
No, you don't have to keep wetting it. I like to spray it just to keep it extra
Oh, I
moisture.
forgot to spray.
You don't have to. I didn't do it either.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just
You
do
don't
it.
have to, but I find that lately I like doing that because it with the setting spray I feel like it sets it in even more.
Oh, I think it's better with spray. It wasn't smoothing out.
Yeah, just found it to apply better
Maybe
lately.
because I
doing
have
it
a
that way.
cheaper, like a half a circle,
Yeah, like a moon,
like a moon.
half a moon, a crescent.
Yeah, that thing.
What?
You gotta go all the way up.
That thing, you know,
Yeah.
that little moon thing, the little crescent thing.
Oh, go.
Not the full moon. Yeah.
No, I have a full moon.
Just don't go mooning anybody. Okay, so this is the Maybelline Age Rewind, and this is really made for more mature skin. And it really does cover very well, so you could even just use this. If you didn't want to buy the Super Coverage Concealer, Maybelline Age Rewind is a very good dupe for this.
So this is my everyday, because I'm cheap. This is my going out.
That's actually a good thing. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. This is good, this neutralizer one, because it kind of highlights too. So you just go in there and just blend it out.
Up and down?
No, just dot it.
No, up and down.
No, just dot. Dot. Yeah, just like that. Kind of brighten that area and still get some coverage there.
You could do this on the treadmill.
No one wants to go to jail for things.
Takes up time.
Don't do that. Don't do it on the treadmill. You'll be like trying to walk and I don't really know what that was. You'll be like walking and going like this. Yeah, that'd be
No,
weird.
like this walking. I don't bounce.
That's true.
You walk.
Because I run, so that would be, you couldn't really do it.
I don't run.
Yeah,
See?
let's not do
Like
it on the
this.
treadmill. I guess you could, but let's
Well,
just...
you have to do 15 minutes doing this. You
I
gotta
think we
do
just need
something.
to concentrate on you.
Walk away from there, okay?
Okay, I'm done. Too much.
Okay. Too much work.
Just trying to say I have wrinkles.
You can't fix wrinkles. I mean, you can get Botox, but you can't, there's no concealer on this market that's gonna like miraculously take away your wrinkles. It's just not gonna happen. So you just try to find ways to, yeah, wouldn't we all? Although, there is a new concealer. It's by Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know I'm a huge Charlotte Tilbury fan. And it's called the Spanx for Eyes.
Oh, like those things that you wear underneath your
Yes. So it's supposed to be like that. We'll have to try that out. We're going to do the highlight points of your face, and we're going to do this. We're going to draw it like it. Like you're... It's really scary, but you're going to copy me.
Here we go. Sign of the cross. Sign of the cross, right? No, how about one of these?
I'm going to actually take my Shape Tape and...
Oh, look at that. Now what do I do? Down the line?
Uh-huh.
Down. Whoa.
Do my Shape Tape and that too.
Over, upper lip?
Uh-huh. Your Cupid's bow. It's called a Cupid's bow. Okay, that's
I
okay.
didn't do the chin.
Oh, the chin. Sorry.
Hey, don't cheat me. Whoa.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait, you got a straight line like that. Oh, there's a wrinkle. Okay.
Okay, that's
Walk
enough.
away from there, okay?
You goofball. Then it's gonna be a hot mess. Okay, now rest your
Spray it again?
spray it again because we've been
It's
doing
a lot
it
of
a lot.
trouble. I don't know about this.
But you're gonna try it today. You don't have to do this every day. Blend, blend,
I
blend.
got it on my lips.
Oh boy.
If I get the sun of the
Look at
nose.
mine.
I don't think I need liquid makeup. I got enough of this stuff on to last me a year.